Hello, students. Hope you all are doing well. Today, we will continue the topic by discussing management is a science. What is science? Science is a systematized body of knowledge that explains certain general truths or operation of laws. Let's take a simple example. If we are going to add two parts of hydrogen and one part of oxygen, ultimate result we are going to get H2O. And that law not only for here, that law is not applicable only here but also throughout the world, right? So similarly is the management over here. Although we are working in a human behavior or in human nature, if a person wants to get maximum of work, maximum of commission, at that circumstances it is compulsory or it is mandatory for the person to work overtime or to work 100% of his ability. Then only he is going to increase perk and commission. When we talk about science, there comes few characteristics. The first one is systematized body of knowledge. The second is principles based on experimentation. And the third is universal validity. Let's see the very first point of this. There is a systematized body of knowledge. Every manager not only studies the behavior pattern and the nature of employee but also of the work requirement. If a very young person or a very young employee is there in our organization, 101% before giving any task to that person, we will study the caliber of that person, the potentiality of that person, the creative ability of that person. Then only we are going to give him the task, and the most important phenomena is that is behavior pattern of that employee, how its behavior is, whether he takes all the responsibilities spontaneously, whether he takes responsibility with sportsman spirit, or just he take it just for a completion of the task. On that basis work is getting distributed by the manager. So over here we all study the human behavior. Similarly, not only manager has the idea about its labors but also about the work requirement, which kind of work required, which kind of ability. So everything is fixed as we have the mentally table. Similarly, we have the human behavior structure also. So on that basis manager is going to perform, so that it is termed as systematized body of knowledge. Next is principles based on experimentation. Everywhere we come to know that there is a gravitational force in the earth by the Newton's law. But do we believe everything blindly? No, because he is saying that whatever we throw up is going to come down. That is said by Newton. That is why it is a Newton law. And that is the only right. And it is gravitational force. No. 101% we try out all the laws of science method at personal level. Simply force method. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. We not only study that, although it is principle, it is a law, but still we try at our level best to get the answer. We do everything in the practical way. Similarly, over here also, although we know that certain employees in our organization take everything taking for the granted, still we try our level best to experiment whether the particular task is given to them, will they able to give the appropriate result in the limited time span, or will they able to give the working quality product, whether they are stressing more on quality or whether they are stressing more on quantity. All the quality of your labor will be identified. So we go on with the experimentation method. This was the first phrase. And the second phrase, if some work is given to some or some task is given to the organization, at that circumstances, it is a repeated task that we have to take the raw material, we have to convert it into the finished goods, we have to sell it out, and we try a different method. Why not first take the order, first produce the sample, put it in the market, and once people are getting attracted as per the demand, we will produce the goods and we will sell it out. This is an experiment, right? Whether people are going to attract it or not, so experimentation is always there in the management. The next comes universal validity. As when I am going to throw the apple up, it is going to come down, not only in India but throughout the globe. Similarly, as I have given the example of H2O, it will not only happen in India but also throughout the world. Similarly, management also, if I am giving some work, some task, it is having certain action, certain requirements, not only in India but also in globe. So that is why it is universal validity. Management is not only required in our country but also throughout the world equally. Further, why it is universally valid? Because it must have systematized body of knowledge. If we say once we had done the managing things, it is done, no, it is not like that. It is basically step of 5 level. Very first is planning, second is organizing, the third is staffing, and the fourth one is directing, and last but not the least is controlling. So once the controlling is done, again we check it out whether we are getting the result as per the planning or not. Then going reverse of the wheel, that is why it is systematized body of knowledge, which is the combination of these 5 steps. As in the science, it is never accurate that if we are going to put 30 kg of rice, we are going to feed 300 people. It is not accurate. Similarly, in the management also, it is not always accurate. If we all plan that so and so thing are there at this particular day, these things should be done, and we organize as per the planning, but it is not compulsory that our things, whatever we have planned, we get the same kind of result. So it is not accurate as the science. Results are not accurate. Similarly, in the management also, number of times we follow the methods which are being followed in the olden days, as Ayurveda of is followed in science, as the olden history method is followed in science. Similarly, in the management also, we do follow the olden methods of practices and tolerance. Yes, let's neglect and give them one more chance. Might possible they do it. Try until you succeed. All this methodology is followed even in management as it is followed in the science. As a final thought, when it comes to management, even management is a systematized body of knowledge. It has own theories, concepts, principles, which we are going to learn later. Management, because of theories, principles, and the concept which has been developed, it has a certain language which has been spoken. Now, management is not an science, but it is an inexact science. What is that mean? See, what happens is similar to science, there were principles of management which evolved over a period of time. Now, these are just like the scientific theories based on observation and repeated experimentation, which has been carried out by people in different organizations. But then, what happened was, unlike science, for example, when talking about law of gravity, so we all know that this law is applicable universally. So everywhere you go, apple will fall from tree to the ground. But when it comes to management theory or principle which are being developed, although they are applicable of every organization, but then the difference come in because of human behavior. Because human behavior is uncertain, and because of this uncertainty, we do not know how the human is going to behave or how he is going to react in certain situation. And hence, although these are proven theories and principles which have been invented in management, but still, because of they are concerned with human behavior, they are known as inexact. They are not applicable universally as it is, and hence we always say that management is an inexact science. Now remember that the principles which have developed over the period of time, for example, the management principles given by F.W. Taylor or the functional principles given by Henry Fayol, all these principles can be modified to a given situation. Every manager should have a knowledge about these principles, but then when he is using these principles, he will modify this principle as per the situation or problem he is facing. So the manager provided with standardized technique because of these theories and principles which we are talking about, but when it comes to applying those principles, they would be used in different situation in a different manner. The principles would be used for training and development of managers. Currently, when you become a manager, you would be given the training on these principles. As now you are learning to be a manager, you are given a training, you learn all this, but when become a manager, you will apply this principle based on the people you are addressing to, based on the situation in which you are present. So, from the discussion, we can conclude that management is not an exact science, it is an inexact science. In next lecture, we'll cover the last part of this topic, that is management as a profession. Till then, goodbye, students.